Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Steve in the house. What's up, brother? So far the fastest 8th scale buggy known to man. Hey, thank you, bro. Yeah, I wish I would have done some more something darker back here, because that doesn't go together very well, but it turned out all right. Dang straight. TK Racing, what's up? Let me get my computer fired up. How is everybody doing on this fine, hot summer day? What is this, the I think it's the third day of summer? Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Mark Ninja, what's up? Definitely a paint job. Best paint job yet. Thank you, sir. I mean, I like the challenge of it. I like the way the design turned out. I just wish I would have done something more, like maybe if I even added like some darker splatter into the to the orange, like the purple or even the darker green splatter or something. I think would have gave it a little bit more character. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the way it turned out. You know, not bad for rattle can and 6mm wide pinstripes. I need to find like some 2 or 3, but I appreciate you guys. What's going on, Mark Nugent? I guess in this hobby we're all nitro nerds, huh? Still trying to get the computer set up. All right. Yeah, so we'll give it a few minutes, and then I'm not going to do any more trimming out on this. I'm not ready to necessarily put it on the car. I'm just going to show you guys and kind of talk about it a little bit. So the main objective tonight is to start cleaning the Mugen. Yeah, so Sunday, because of that engine mount on the 2.2, I had to go back to the old Techno .3. Big difference in the handling. I mean, the .3 drives okay, but man, you really notice the difference in traction and handling between the two. But it was a pretty fun experience. When you run into one that has a little bit less traction, kind of helps you learn how to control it a little bit more. But either way, pain in the butt, yep, fun. Alright, looks like we got some new action going on here. We've got... Let's see. My baby doll's in the house. What's up, mama? I'll be home Friday. I can't wait. What up, all aspects? How you doing, bro? Hugh's in the house. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well, you and Grandma. And then there's my baby doll. Hello, Lily. Yeah, hello, Daddy-O. Someone says, hi, Mr. Nitro, John and Wifey. Hello. How you doing? Cyclone, what's up? See, that's how you're supposed to say it right there. What's up, Nitro heads? Everybody's in this nerd kick. But that's alright. We're all nerds at heart, right? Big Boys Tours, what's up? I know you guys are excited. We're all excited. Except the audience are going to be bummed out. No show for probably a good week plus. Because I won't be able to do Monday, but we should be able to do Tuesday. Grandma's bad sick, but I'm good. So how are you? What's wrong with Grandma? Get her some medicine. Yeah, big boy, how's your mom doing, man? Hope she's getting better. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, this is how the body turned out. Not bad. I think the pink would have stood out more if it had some darker color in the middle. Found out the hard way, orange and pink don't really go together very well. Not like that. So, like the title says, the good and the bad. You know, I think that for the most part, I think it turned out decent. It's just the way that orange blends right in with the pink. You know, if it was darker, you'd be able to see the detail a little bit more. Probably should have broke it up like with some darker colors back here at these points, or some splatter or something. But I think Mom's gonna pull through. Well, that's good, bro. We hope she is. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, all aspects. Vanessa has been asking if we were doing our show this year. Ooh, bronchitis, that sucks. Did you tell Vanessa to get the lawn chairs ready? Yeah, pneumonia sucks. Better get her some good medicine. Is she a smoker too? Grandma, are you a smoker? Because that doesn't help at all. What's up, Chris? How you doing, bro? Yes, God is good. A streak or a stripe of bright green, like a pinstripe between the pink and the orange would look awesome. Yeah. A little late now, but yes. Like if I would have done some more green tips like these tips back here, I think that would have broke it up pretty nice. But eventually I just need to break down and get an airbrush system so that I can do some of that finer detail. But I mean, for doing rattle can, I think the way that some of this, you know, it's hard to get it along the edges without getting too much overspray, but at the tips, it worked out pretty good. So I think something like that here on the back side would have helped out a lot. But yeah, so you know, lessons learned for the next one. I'll probably try to tone down the next one a little bit and just do like two, maybe a third color. Kind of like that buggy that I ended up trading to JP was, I think it was this green, like neon green and white with black, and it looked like they took a paintbrush and did the black. I'm gonna try something like that at some point. HPI Savage, what's up? How you doing, brother? I'll be here in a little bit. Okay, we'll be here. Oh, thank you, Grandma. Grandma says she loves it. Thank you. Yes, sir. Savage, how you doing, brother? Very nice paint job, my friend. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Cyclone. Like I said, learned a couple lessons with it, but you know, as far as like the tape job and the clean lines, for the most part, it turned out all right. But anytime you're doing tape and putting liquid mask on it, I mean, you're gonna have some bleeding. So I got to get better at doing the cutouts. Like I have a project. So I have one here all masked up, ready to go. This is for the 0.3. So something I'm thinking about maybe trying to do. Give me a sec. I really do like this color scheme, and even if I don't hit it exactly, I do kind of want to replicate it. I'm not worried about like the Joker references and stuff like that, but I like the way that it looks. And by the size of that pinstripe, I would say that's probably a 3mm, so I need to get the right pinstripes. I mean, hell, then, you know, getting that chrome, and then, you know, little things like this, I want to try and accomplish. I think it'd be pretty cool if I could actually replicate this. Might be, I mean, it's going to be a difficult one for sure. The only thing that I can't do on this, for the most part, it looks like you can't really tell that it's necessarily airbrush outside of some of these little highlights. But other than that, I mean, you know, anybody could do this. I mean, hell, you could even just kind of do a light, looks like that's black, just do a light black mist and get that, but you can tell they went over it real light with the airbrush. So that is something that I do want to try to accomplish with this guy. I don't know. I might try to carve it out, but I mean, it's so much easier just to use the pinstripes. But I need to get better with dragging the blade across it and not scoring the body. So we'll see. Probably won't necessarily do the cutout on air just because it takes so long. I don't want to bore you guys. Yeah, we're gonna figure something out for sure. Start doing airbrush besides rattle cans. Yeah, it makes it look a lot cooler. You could do a lot better, you know, a lot more detailed things. And like I didn't do this one. I ended up purchasing this one with one of the cars. But I know I can get like these different stripes and stuff down. The colors are, you know, it's all easy stuff. It's just anywhere that you got the highlight. There's just very little. You can barely see it around here. But truly what I need to be able to do is to cut it out. But thanks, HP. I'd appreciate it, bro. Alright, I'm going to put this up. Like I said, I'm not going to cut it out just yet. We'll probably do it when I get back. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Like I said, when you blend the orange to the pink, it's not so good. Like if I would have done like a green color here or, you know, something, whatever, I don't know. And then here I did a little bit of a fade because there was some white up here. I don't know if it was overspray or what exactly it was, but I couldn't get it all out, and I didn't want it to be a sore spot in the pink, so I just did a fade. Which if I would have done more of a fade in the back and then darker pink up front, that would have been better. It would have been a better blend. But, yep, so there's my latest creation. More to come, for sure. Trying to situate the camera here. I know scrubbing parts is boring to some and not to others. Here, I gotta get a different towel. Give me a sec. Anybody got any cool plans for this upcoming weekend? Me? More fireworks shopping with the family and setting up my display and just enjoying time with the family. This is hard to do up here. I might have to stand up to do this, can't even sit down. If we get the splashing too much, I'll end up putting this on the ground. It's a good idea to do a full tear down and clean every so often, especially if you're hitting the track hard like I do. Just give everything a fresh restart, basically. Yeah, I'm flinging too much water. This is going on the floor. I just need something to prop it up on. Give me a second. If this is boring, just let me know. We'll figure something else out. Suffer will be visiting me on Sunday. Nice. Looking like in 2 months to take one of my Savages to a monster truck show. It's like 3 hours away from my area. That'd be fun. Man, phone went crazy. I'm watching on the TV. Phone just buffers. I had to change the Wi-Fi to mobile. Now it's working. Well, that's good. At least you've got something figured out. Heading out, y'all. Take care. All right, appreciate you, brother. Have a good night. Days off coming next week. May head to Ohio if I can. Hell yeah. I got 11 days off. Flying home. Playing with fireworks. These are like two of the best hobbies out there. Fireworks and RCs. And to the two winners of last week's giveaway, I will be mailing those out next week. Yeah, here sometime in the near future we're going to be getting the old truggy out and getting it track ready. I don't know if I'll be trying to race it like in the upcoming series. I'm definitely going to focus on my buggy for that, but it would be fun just to tow it around the track. Now, I've tried it with that LRP. It's not a good LRP 32 is not a good track engine. Literally get like 2 laps and I gotta go refuel. Maybe 3 laps. But I could definitely tell back on Sunday that I was getting better. Like I can get around it a lot more without crashing. And I'm starting to pick up a little bit of speed. Definitely not no pro level or anything, but slowly but surely we're getting better. Scrub a dub dub, RC parts in a tub. Yeah, pretty much all my used RCs that I buy, I do this to. But this car was so clean and like set up really well when I got it. I never did it to this one. This is one of the few. When you can't afford to buy kits, this makes you feel like you got yourself a kit. Bet I can get this wing even better if we get the old Scotch-Brite on it. I am replacing these arms, but figured I'd get them cleaned up anyways and just have them as backups. There's nothing wrong with them, but when you're trying to race in such a droop screw and the plastic's stripped out, it won't hold the droop. Kind of a problem. Yeah, the other thing we like about the 4th of July is we always grill hot dogs. We'll have basically charred hot dogs for a few days. Yum, can't wait. Always something that'll just grill up real easy so we don't have to take time away from the fireworks to do a fancy dinner. How many of you guys like charred dogs on the 4th of July? Guess nobody does. Grandma, smoking makes you require higher doses of medication than a non-smoking person. Damn. There's a lot of things that'll make you take higher doses or even have to take lesser doses. I didn't know smoking would make you have to take higher doses of anything. What's going on, Raw? How you doing, brother? Just getting the Mugen cleaned up, ready for a rebuild. Some pretty cool jumping you was doing, Savage, brother. I just thought of something. All right. Let me turn my ringer down. You're welcome, Ron. Finally got my starter on the way home. A high-tech. Man, I'm excited. Hell yeah. Ooh, look at Raw. Look at you go, brother. You were the man. Thank you, sir. Ron just put out a new video. I think it was today. When I got the notification anyways. Doing some nice big jumps. That was an XL, wasn't it? I think it's got the same body as like my orange XL. My neighbor's having issues with his lights, so I have both of my extension cords ran across the street to his house so he can run fans and lights. Damn, that sucks. He's trying to get it fixed, but it's not yet. Maybe tomorrow. Hell yeah. Thank you very much, Raw. Jump in here and give you a like and a heart on this. Tuned 3 speeds. I prefer 2 speeds. I mean, when the 3 speeds running right, they are cool. I like hearing them shift. You know, in those bigger trucks, it's nice having that third gear, because I think basically that third gear is like the torque gear, if I'm not mistaken. But good times, good times. One of these days I'm gonna get my Savage out here and run it. By the time I'm done walking around the damn track, I'm usually too tired. Big Boy's Toys with the dono. How you doing, brother? Thank you very much. Everybody drop Big Boys a like as well. Thanks for caring about my mom. Hey, anytime, brother. Care about everybody. Then I did it bash quick. Well, it was running good, man. It was cool seeing it jump. It was nice seeing somebody else jump their truck. I don't have to worry about breaking my shit. No, always good times, man. Good videos. Thanks for the entertainment. Well, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's been decent weather the last couple days. It was only like up to like 102 yesterday and today. Well, we're at 115, so it's kind of nice not totally touching the devil's ass. JW, what's up? How you doing? Man, today was 119 in the plant. Damn, I don't know what it went up to. Yeah, I can't stand factories like that. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is, it always sucks in there. Tell me to figure out how to make cold rubber injections.
to 126 in there. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, luckily enough, I'm in the part of the building right now that is finished, and the client has moved in, and so we have AC now. It's not a bad deal. In the winter, it is comfortable, 65, 70 in there. Man, when it's cold outside, I want to be cold working too. I like working in the cooler temperatures. Which, I've been here before in December, and like it gets pretty chilly in the morning, and then in the afternoon it's kind of like a nice spring day. So, kind of looking forward to that. The hottest I've seen out here that I've actually like been in was 122. Which, if you stay out of the sun, it's not like the end of the world, but it does suck. It's gonna be a bear tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's like 105, 106, something like that here. The guy whining it was hot in the tire room today. What? It's 70 in there. Where they playing with AC. Yeah, he ain't got no reason to be crying in there. Rubber needs to be a certain temperature. I won't stick to it. I don't give a shit. Cold forge that stuff, man. Nobody wants to be in that heat. No, I get it. Now, I couldn't work in places like that, you know, foundry, rubber, any place like that that has to be hot for the product to work. And just, like, the whole building's hot, man, I can't do that. I mean, I have, but I hate it. Come to the door and it's 50 degrees hotter. Nope, not gonna do it. I guess as long as they're paying you good money, it's worth it, huh? Probably good money and good benefits. Off the guy, what's up, brother? Paint besides pink. I'm gonna buy 2 cans of pink. Oh shit. No, thank you very much, brother. I'll get whatever color you want with that, because I can only get 1 can for $10. But man, thank you much, brother. I do appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Start a bidding war. Said that and the insurance. Oh yeah, I can imagine. That's where they get you. Yep. What is going on off now? You working tonight? Hardly working, or is this your day off? Probably a little bit of everything, huh?
Grizzly's in the house. What is up? How you doing? I'm watching this Carnage video on TikTok. Carnage as in the mufflers? You should put that on your LS. Those are good mufflers from what I hear. Grizzly says, hello everyone. Hope I'm a great night. Watching NITRO. It's a great thunderstorm rolling through my area. Well, we appreciate it, brother. I love thunderstorms and don't really get them out here. Working hard at getting out of work. Yep. You guys are awesome, each and every one of you. Oh, really? Did it freeze up or are we back? I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. Hey guys, let me know if you can hear me. Are we back on? Sometimes it freezes up and I can't tell. Good here? Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to put some awesome fireworks videos on here for you guys. Yeah, so I got a new wing coming in, so I'm not even going to bother cleaning this. Not even going to attempt nothing with it. It's going straight in the trash. It is broken. Okay, USA. Yep, just froze for a second. Good. Yeah, I guess last week, the one night it froze up and was like that for about 10 minutes and I had no idea. Started getting messages. Just happened to look up at the screen and it was buffering. I think I need to get some new pieces of this too. The ball in that threads into here keeps coming loose. NITRO buggy on the road track today, but I drove it better than the guy who owned it. What makes you want to get back into NITRO, don't it? Gonna head to South Carolina and dump a paycheck on fireworks. Yes! Yeah, when I get home, I've already dumped a couple of paychecks. When I get home, I gotta drop another one. But, you know, you only get to do it once a year. And I buy them, I don't buy everything right at the 4th. I buy a couple months in advance. And then we go right before the 4th and get the daytime stuff and the stuff that the kids want. So it makes it a little bit easier, but yes. Hell yeah. Just past south border, I believe that's 193. The grand on fireworks should be enough. You think? I guess it just depends on how big a show you want to do. Yeah, that's the cool thing about Missouri. Like, we got fireworks stores that are open all year round. Usually reasonably priced.
And like I think the 2nd through the 5th, and basically free reign. It's like a war zone.
Thump boom. Nice night for a walk. Nothing clean right washed down. All right, been there for 29 years. Good old Dylan. I might go ahead and pick up the Serpent 1/8 GT. Nice. Either the RTR or the kit, not sure.
Yeah, just let us know what you do, brother. Something I've talked about doing, still want to get at some point, but man, I'm having so much fun in the dirt, in the big jumps. I just love my buggy. I don't know if you guys have ever tried racing before, but even just practicing, the amount of money you got to spend on tires, fuel, the little things. I haven't really broke anything, but just getting extra bodies. Still trying to come up with a nice scheme for the race season.
Oh, we got another wiener king on here. What are these people in these stupid hot dogs? Gary, are you a troll or are you just not know? Good enough.
I guess there might be a couple people that just don't know, but why else would you go on somebody's channel and throw up wieners? See, people are still crying about the whole wiener thing. Even the Wiener King himself out there crying about why I don't like wieners on my channel. They represent the trolls and the bullies. I'm neither. They don't like me and I don't like them, so go play with your wiener somewhere else. And then go cry about why, oh, it's just a wiener, why doesn't he want it on his channel? Because you guys are bullies and trolls. So, be gone.
Keep going. You don't get it? There's nothing really to get. It's you getting arrested. Be happy with my nose burn. Who exactly are we talking about addiction? You guys refer to one of them as a snake. There's a channel out there that hosts all the trolls and bullies, right? Hosted by the main bully himself. Most people on here know who that is. You can go over there during the lives and just watch them whine and cry. So, but, I know what it represents. They know what it represents. And we just ain't having it here. They can whine and cry all they want about it. It's funny because the particular channel I'm talking about, he'll do lives making fun of people and bullying people, but then he erases his lives so that nobody can see the people in there saying what they're saying. So, it's just what bullies do. And trolls. And other than that, there's really nothing to get other than the fact that they're just trying to be a troll. Like fun friends. Yeah. Grandma said, hey, those are hit dogs.
Yes, sir, big boys. That would be the bully. The YouTube bully of Nitro. And his gang of trolls. That's not really the one that started the whole Wiener Fest, but they're all part of the same group. You know, they bully, make fun of, troll. Like, we don't troll. We don't make fun of people. We don't bully people. We just do Nitro RC. That group, they're bullies and trolls. I did a compression test in the engine. That's not 205 PSI. Damn. Isn't like 100, 120, something like that? Checking in and checking out. Take it easy, Nitro Pimp. Tyler and I were shooting for still 83 octane. I found out today. Huh. Are we talking about a certain someone from North Carolina? I'm sure he's the ringleader of it. I always end up having interactions with his minions. You get people that hang out here, pretend to be friends, and then go there and you know, make fun. And we've had to boot a couple of them over the past few months. You know, if you're gonna go there and talk shit, don't come here and expect to, you know, come in just to get subs and viewers. That's really all they're doing here. Making friends with people and hoping you'll come check out their channel. And then they go over there and talk shit. That's alright. Talk shit, I don't care. Just don't expect to come here and do it. You know, I had a feeling earlier when I asked if you guys like grilled hot dogs. I had a feeling somebody was going to be trying to throw out their Wiener fetish. You know, I'm just asking a question. I ain't asking for you to throw out a bunch of emojis of shit that I've asked you not to. Brian Tooley Racing Day, and he ran my numbers. There should be about 1085 to 1 without knowing how much the block got decked. Can't be positive, positive, closer to 11.1. I don't know what any of that means. Means horse torques, like horsepower to torque. No, man, OS engines can get up to 300 to 400 psi. Bam. That sounds like a ridiculous amount of psi. think we're getting down to the end here. Oops. Hope this floor is waterproof, or at least water resistant. What's going on, Lotus? How you doing, brother? They working you like a dog out in this heat, Lotus? Wore out from the heat, I bet. Yeah, that heat will drain you for sure. As long as I don't have to be in the sun, I can manage. But if I'm out in that sun getting burned up, I can't stand it. There's a couple little plastic pieces in here. They just, you put your hand in there and move around, they just swim around and you can't get them. One more piece. Yeah. Just keep finding them. I actually caught that one. one more of those little snap-in clips. I know there's one more in there. All right, Grandma, have a good night. Later, Hugh. Big Boys is back. Northeast Mods, what's up? If anybody else joined in while I wasn't looking, hello to you too. I know there's another piece in there, but I'll try to find it later. Alright, Mugen is clean.
That was Hugh leaving too. No. I'll be messing around. Yeah, Grandma, get well. Yeah, been there, done that, Grizzly. Working on rooftop units in the summertime is no fun. Start cleaning up these diffs and getting them refilled. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try it out as it's getting warmer. I'm gonna do this in the Techno as well, but I think to slow down the wheel speed in the front, we're gonna put some 15 in the front, 10 in the center, and like 7 or 8. I don't have 8, so we're gonna go 7 in the rear. See what that does. Some of the guys say that that's what they do when it gets warm out. So we're gonna give it a shot. I don't even new rooftops in the some, yeah, right. I saw it, brother. I even gave it a heart and a like and said thank you. Buggies don't have diff issues too often there. It just depends. So I mean, you can blow the diffs out in these. They're a lot stronger than like the monster truck diffs. You know, you're not running quite as much power and torque, but then at the same time, you're running a lot harder on the track. For the most part, these usually are better quality parts. But yes, you can have issues. I haven't seen too many ring gears and pinions blow up, but it does happen. I have seen these break. The gears inside, I'm trying to think. I haven't really had any issues with it, but doesn't mean that people don't. Yeah, I think this one here was the rear. It feels pretty light. So that would be 5. This should be 10. This should be 7. But we'll work on that one last. But for the most part, I want to get these redone. Damn, diffs always seem to be time consuming. Do a lot more rice than pasta anymore. I like rice. I think rice is a little bit healthier for you, but if you eat too much of it, it is a little more fattening. I feel like Italian, but I'm German Irish. Dude, I'm a little bit of everything, like German. I'm assuming Irish, English, Swiss, Polish, Indian. A little bit of everything. Irish don't want to piss off any Irishmen. Don't talk about the monarchy. Don't try to outdrink them either. You'll lose. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. Show us you're enjoying the content. What else I need? Another couple more paper towels ready. I'm gonna get me a drink before we get my hands dirty. So over the weekend, I picked me up a new hump pack receiver for the Techno. And I got me a couple of spiffy little tools. Let's see, so this guy here is the 5mm MIP. This is for the turnbuckles on the 2.2. And then got me the little 5.5 driver. This is for most of the nuts. Damn it, focus. Most of the nuts on pretty much any vehicle where it's got the nuts, you know, the
the capture nuts that are on the end of the bolts. Kind of like the ones that would go here on the shock tower. Let's see, do I got an example? No, no example. Just trying to find a quick example for you. Pretty much 90% of the nuts that go on any of these 8-scale buggies is that same size. Of course, I want to show you something, I can't find them, but anyways. I'm a bad Irishman, I rarely drink, but I can. What's going on, Jason? How you doing, brother? Quick wrench. I just have the blue wrench. Yeah, they didn't have the 5mm in the like that Protect style. So I had to pick this up, which, I mean, this is cool. But yes, on the 2.2, all the turnbuckles are 5.5, or yeah, 5mm. The older ones are 4mm. So basically got me damn near a whole new set. Alrighty. I don't think I have either one of these marked. I need to start marking these. These craftsmen. This thing getting ready for work, says Hugh. Yeah, I've always just used whatever tools that I have. And then I always gotta, when I need a tool, I gotta dig it back out. So I figured I'd get me some tools for the RCs, and I like the MIP stuff. They're strong, so I figured why not. I need to get some white lithium grease as well. There's like a whole ring of a turd around there. I don't think I ever noticed that before, but it says on here 4413, so The ring and pin gear are 4413. Hope these gaskets are good because I don't think I have any replacements. And I know you should change them, but I'm pretty sure that I don't have any. Yeah, that shit's black. Silicone works for gasket. Yeah, I need to get some more silicone though. Talking about like that copper or the black silicone gasket maker in a tube. Yeah, I had some. I think I used it all. Is that what some people are using instead of getting a new stock gasket? Yeah, I mean the gasket seems good and it wasn't leaking. You probably already showed it, but how did the body turn out? Ah, so good. So not quite as good as I wanted. The way that orange and pink kind of run into each other. Wish I'd have done some more darker color to make it stand out a little more, but I mean, not bad.
They never turn out like what you picture in your head, right? But I got other ideas as well. We'll just keep going till we hit something that we like. RCX, what's up? Can run those gaskets multiple times. Yeah, I always thought so, but I know that some people like to change things out every time. But yeah, thanks for the info, RCX. Appreciate that. Window tinting came out real nice. But yeah, it's like you can't really see the difference between the pink and the orange. So, like if I would have hit the green back here a little bit more, just to kind of separate it, and then done something different on the back side, I think it looks good. I just don't like the way the orange and pink mixed, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let me know what you think. And thanks for asking, Jason. RCX, welcome to the show, brother. Appreciate you joining in. Looks cool with some stickers. It would be awesome. Thank you, Lotus. Yeah, I've been thinking about some stickers for it. I think it'll turn out to be all right, especially for just a, running on the track, something I can make sure I can see on the other side. I think it still turned out looking good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Wrenching myself, getting ready for a big weekend, the X-Ray Challenge in Ohio. Nice. Is that what you run, X-Ray? Or that's just the name of the race? Here. This is going to get a little wobbly. I'm going to bring this back down. We run Techno. The name of the race is X-Ray Challenge. Yeah. I couldn't remember what you said that you run, but that's cool. Which Techno you got, brother? Man, that grease is black. Like she's been run hard and put away dirty. I'm gonna do something different this time. Instead of trying to clean it out like I normally do, I am going to hit it with the old brake cleaner. Man, this thing nasty. Yeah, I really like the way the Techno handles, especially my newer one. I mean, even the 0.3 handles really well. Just gotta make sure the setup on it's right. Once the other day, I noticed that the front shocks were out at the outer hole, the rear ones were at the inner hole. And as far as I know, the manual says to put them on the inner hole, so I moved the front to the inner, and it seemed to stop swinging around so much. It seemed to actually help line it up a little bit better. Have a good night, Hugh. Thank you for joining in, brother. Yeah, that brake cleaner got most of that crap out of there. Make sure you're using non-chlorinated. This is 4413. So front and rear both the same. So I don't really have either one of them designated until now. Hopefully we can see black on black. On the front. $15K. Alright. Man, I just want to go thaw these gears in a little cup and hit them with some brake cleaner. Turn and dump it. Have a good night, RCX. Appreciate you hanging out, brother. You know what? Can't do that without putting the bearings back in. All right, guys, have a good one. Appreciate you, Lotus. Have a good night, brother. That's a lot better than the way I used to do it.
I don't think it really matters which way it goes. Okay, so this is my front. We got factory team 15,000 silicone diff fluid. So it's gonna be like molasses. Yeah, more than likely this thickness of this fluid will only be for the summer run. It's like playing with super glue or something. Yeah, so they say if your front tires are going bald faster than your rear tires, your diff fluid's too thin and it's just letting them spin. So hopefully this helps. Big Boys is back again. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Dude, that little car is a screamer. I've always wanted one like that. With those big old wide fat back tires. And plus you got a badass engine on it. That SH, is that the one with the purple head? Or is that a different car? That's the one I'm thinking of, is the one with the purple head. What fluids are you going with in your diffs? So I'm going with 15 in the front, 10 in the center, and 7 in the back. A couple of the guys are saying when it gets real hot out, they bump up to the thicker fluid. So I'm gonna try it out. And my front tires are, you know, they keep going bald faster than the rear. So I think that's part of the problem is my front tires just are spinning. Might try that as well. Yeah. Called to deal with the pets. Yes, the purple head. Okay, I thought so, brother. What do you mean you called to deal with the pets? You talking about the one that you had to put down? Yeah, my buddy Tony that pops up in here, he runs a truggy, and he was saying that 15 was too much bite and like, you know, too much power to the wheels for what he was wanting. So I think he backed it down to like 12.5. But we're gonna give it a shot. I mean, as hot as it, and I won't be back for a couple weeks, so I'm sure it's gonna be, man, that's thick. I'm sure it's gonna be really hot by the time I get back out there. So I'm hoping this should help out. At least help out more than what it hurts. That's normal. What, the front tires? No, the new ones. Oh, the new pets. Yeah, apparently there's a way to keep the front tires from wearing out so fast. So, like I was saying, apparently, and I mean this makes sense, you know. But as it gets hotter, your fluids are they get thinner, they wear out faster or whatever. Use the thicker, and it helps distribute the weight. And then even like bumping up the center diff to the 10 is going to help with distributing the power front to back. So I'm hoping that, you know, the front tires don't just spin out of control and keep shredding the, you know, the grip off of them. What do you think if I went 10-10-8? There's people that are running that as well. You know, and that's probably even, like if this is just too much in the front, that's probably what I'll drop down to is 10-10-8. Or I don't have 8, so 10-10-7. But with it getting warmer, I should probably bump up the rear end to 8. Yeah, anywhere around there. Right now I'm running 10-7-5, and I think that's just a little too thin in the center. And then of course the rear, I mean, you know, you get too thick, and then what, you have like too much grip between both tires, you know, with very little slip. So there's a balance in there. Just gotta find it between too much grip and not enough grip. But I'm getting my my route on the track down a lot better. I just need to clean it up and try to speed up. So we're definitely getting better. This one isn't as bad.
It in the rear really helped calm my rear end down. I bet it did. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm at 5 right now, so if I bump it up to 7 and it doesn't seem like it helps, then well, I'll definitely pick up some 8 just to give it a shot. Yeah, Miles, we're all praying for you. Same goes for Big Boy's mom. What have you? You got the. Oh, that's funny. I'm curious to find out if that's part of why it was just hard keeping things straight and in line on the track. I think it's just because I'm running too thin of diff weights. I think I said that right. So this is going to be rear 7. Yes, sir, Mons. No problem, brother. When I was at 6K in the rear diff, it was dancing worse than I actually had the run. See, I think that might have been part of my problem. I mean, I know some of it's user error, but I think part of my problem was the rear end would kick and then I would compensate. It just kept going back and forth, and trying to get it lined up with, with any speed anyways was like almost impossible. So I'm hoping this helps. I feel it should help. And I've had a couple people tell me, to try it out, so we shall see. Yeah, there's a bunch of truggies out there this weekend, and it's kind of making me miss my truggy. There's really nothing wrong with the truggy. I borrowed the battery and stuff out of it. I basically just need to get it put back together and then get something other than LRP in it. Alright, I'll bring it back. Yeah, going to the 8K. or the ground of the car.
Yeah, like I said, if 7 doesn't seem to do what I'm wanting it to, definitely not opposed to trying 8. I think 8 in the rear is probably about the max. You know, that's when it's warm out. Yeah, hopefully before too long I get to make it up there, Jay. We're gonna do some racing. Hell, probably just as soon as I get used to your track, my car will break or whatever, and I won't actually be able to do any real fun. Damn, I just realized I wrote. Oh, nope, I am doing the right one. I was thinking for a second I was doing the center. So 15 front, 10 in the center, 7 in the rear. Picked up a brand new box kit, Mugen MBX8 Eco for $479 ship. That's nice, brother. Yeah, I've seen the pictures of it. It's a nice truggy. Come on, lay down. In case you guys are wondering, it's just some brake cleaner in here. Like my own little parts cleaner solvent tank.
Hotwing ESC 2200 kV motor on 4S. Nice.
I bet that thing's fun.
That'll whisper.
Yeah, very loud whisper. Well, I just mean it'll be screaming down the road. What gearing are you going with, Carlo?
have that system in my buggy. That freaking rips. It's around the 44.2 spur to 16 pin. Sure, it probably stock spur the 16.2 pin. Oh yeah. Alright. 7K it is. Factor Team 7000 silicone dip fluid. Try the 44.2 spur, you'll be fast out of the corners and pull everyone on the straights. Yeah, I like when I got everything set up right and I'm actually like hitting that triple. Because if you don't have the right traction or you're not tuned properly, it is hard to hit that triple. Because there's just not enough room to get the speed coming out of that corner. For a 15.2 pinning, but toughed out too early for our track. But now the Nitro's king and keep up with it. All that means is I crash harder. Yeah, all that speed don't make a shit if you can't stop. It's like you want just enough speed just to, like you say, pull it out of the corners, get to the next corner. But you can be the fastest car out there if you can't control it. You're not the fastest one around the track. No, like watching the races this weekend, or from any weekend,
or whatever, you know, and you got Mayfield and Finn seem to be always be the top ones, and it's like they never make a mistake. I mean, they do, but very rarely. Like, it's hard for me to get a lap in without making a damn mistake, and they do a whole hour-long main. And it's like, wow. Of course, they've both been racing since they were like 6 and 8 years old. I think they said Ryan Mayfield won his first nationals at the age of 6, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that's what I just heard in the interview from this weekend. I could be wrong, but he was pretty young. I know Finn said he's been racing since he was like 8, but I don't know when he won his first. But definitely wish I would have started out a lot younger. If you guys get a chance, listen to Matthew West, The God That Stays. Thank you, big boys. There we go. Front and rear diff ready to go. 17,000, 15,000. Tomorrow night we'll get the center diff ready. We'll get all the shocks cleaned up, all the rest of the pieces that I didn't wash. Basically get her ready to put her back together. Clean up this nasty mess. Alrighty guys, thank y'all for hanging out. Appreciate all the extras you guys been sending my way. It's really helpful. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Everybody's awesome. Stay awesome. Don't bully, don't troll. Bullies and trolls suck. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good night. Be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. And then I'll basically be off all next week, not doing a show. Maybe I'll do some fireworks stuff, but no RC stuff. So the spur I got doesn't fit the VTX. I'm gonna throw them in a complete lock Kyosho diff, same bearing size, bearing to bearing dimension. Nice. Yep, later everybody. Thank you very much. Have a good night. We will see you guys tomorrow. Much love and peace.